Everyone, it's Dustin with TechMD coming at you from our new office. This video is part 2 to our sponsored video from Android Gadgets. Basically, we're going to be separating some back glass with their new technique. I've done 3 of them already just to figure it out, and it seems to be working well for me. I'm going to do this without the phone turned on. We're not going to use excessive heat where we could potentially damage it. So the goal is to go fast, to move quickly, but don't use too much heat for too long. We're about to get started here. I'm going to show you some of the items. Got this at $425.50. And then I am putting on the other nozzle, which is this nozzle right here. Comes with the machine. And then this machine here is at 80. Just sucks up the fumes. And then this is the special adhesive remover that's going to be coming in your kit. This is going to help loosen up the adhesive. And then you're going to need a tool like this. This is going to help pick off the glass, and this is going to help scrape the glue away. So these blades are all coming in the toolkit if you guys are interested. And then we have this rotating clamp here, and I have it mounted to my table. So quite a bit of complexity, but you can certainly do this if you take your time and learn. Now, this is not going to be for just anybody, and I'm a little worried about my camera being here. Alright, so iPhone 12 Pro. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the clamp. Now, ideally, you want a hole or somewhere inside the iPhone in order to get started. So we just have this punch that comes with our tools. I'm just going to try and make a little hole where there's some already hole right here. Okay, but you're going to have to go all around here and crack it all up. Well, this one's already cracked up, so we don't really need to do that. We're going to take our heat gun here. Put on the medium-sized tip. Just taking off the big tip because I was just soldering. So I like to keep this in my left hand, but make sure you move it up higher when it's, getting too, what's the word? It's getting too hot. You don't want it for longer than about 3 seconds in one particular area, or you're going to completely ruin it. Let's start this direction here. I recommend using gloves. I do have some heat-resistant gloves here, if you're worried about touching it or anything like that. For me, I'm not really worried about that at all, but you can use gloves. So we're gonna go ahead and, I already set up the bottle here, but we're gonna go ahead and put some of this glue remover on the phone. And as we peel up more, we'll put more on here. Now this is gonna make a huge mess, so just be aware of that. I just sweep up at the end of the day. So we're gonna go ahead and just start blowing in where our hole is. We're just gonna dig up some of that glass. Just need to get a couple pieces up. And keep it moving. There we go, now we're in. So now we got it open a little bit. Now we can put a little bit more glue remover in there. gonna bubble and fizz. Obviously, if you're doing this with the phone turned off or on, you just want to make sure you don't do excessive heat or you'll expand that battery and blow it up. It's really important to start with everything dug out and you know, just get used to it and see if you melt anything on the inside, like maybe your charge port or other items. If you do, maybe you shouldn't be doing this with the phone on, but I did pretty well when I first did a couple of these attempts, so yeah. Now all these parts here are tools and whatnot you can get from Android Gadgets, and the back glass as well. Let's get a little bit more glue remover in there. Obviously my lighted fume extractor here just extracts all the nasty fumes. It doesn't do it 100%, but it does certainly work fairly well. This seems to be much easier than using a laser machine, to be honest. We're going to get all the glue off the back of this because of the way we're doing it. I like to do the glue as I go, but you don't have to. Since it's already warmed up, why warm it up again, going it over a second time? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and rotate the phone to angle it for my right hand here. Oh, and I'd recommend wearing some glasses. I already have glasses on, but just in case, you don't want to get any glasses or glass in your eyes. They are important. Trust me, they do like to fling. That one just flinged up at me, so. If you're struggling a little bit with the glue, it's not coming loose after a little bit, just go ahead and put some more glue remover on. It's gonna help loosen that right up. That spot was a little stubborn. There's some plastic down here, so be careful. This is an iPhone 12 Pro, so it might be a little bit different on a Max or whatnot. I plan on getting all the phones up on YouTube. Looks like there's some kind of antenna cable right there. Careful not to cut any of these cables. So it's still struggling. Give me a little struggle, so I'm going to apply some adhesive remover. Not too much though. It does evaporate fast, so it's not gonna hurt nothing. So I feel like we're warming up that side a little too much. So that was very hot to the touch, so I don't want to keep on warming it up too much. I'm just going to leave that side alone for a little bit. There's the battery. You want to be very cautious of not to hit the battery at all. So what we're going to do is put down some captain's tape, because it seems like a really safe bet to do. Let's try to remove this other piece of glass here. Do not want to puncture that. Do not want to overheat it. Take an X-Acto knife or whatever like you have and just cut the tape. And then I'm going to double layer it. It is heat resistant, but not to the levels that we're putting this phone at. Let's get some more glue remover over here. Forgot to clamp it down. That clamp really helps. Like I was saying here, I'm just getting very, very close to the battery, but not too close. You do not want to blow this up. Just feel how hot that is. Make sure it's not hot to the touch, where it's burning your finger, because then you need to stop. It's way too hot near that battery. Above 120 degrees Celsius, you're getting really in the danger zone. I use 120 to remove the battery safely myself, so should be fine below that. My tool is bending up more. I have more blades if I need to. Just let this area cool down a little bit just because of all the plastic here. Just want to be super careful. Looks like we got some pass under the tape here. I'm just leaving the glass on under this because that's where the battery is, so I'm just not going to even mess with that yet. Try to avoid that area as much as possible. So I'm struggling a little bit here, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue remover. There we go. Just filling the phone to see how hot we are. Feels just fine, it's not too hot. Go ahead and rotate. The more breaks you have around the camera, the better, guys. Makes your life a lot easier. So this can desolder up, so be really careful with that. And this piece here we can stick back on if we have to. But the camera lens can definitely, this thing here, loves to melt. So just try not to hit that directly. Apple thought it would be fun to put a bunch of plastic all over the back. This is the first time me doing a 12, by the way. I've only done 3 others of these, so if you guys see a better way of doing this, please comment in the description and let me know. So it's getting pretty hot there, so I'm gonna leave the heat alone over there for now. Don't want to excessively warm up one area too much. And the camera lens is definitely one of those spots where it takes lots of digging and lots of heat. Set that off to the side. Alright, I'm going to start working on this adhesive around the sides. Not very much heat, guys. Not required. Alright, now for the scary camera lens. Not looking forward to this, guys. Check the heat. Pretty damn hot. Let's give it a little bit of glue love. Remember, be very, very careful next to this camera lens. I already removed one of them doing one of the iPhone 11 Pro. Whew, that's hot. Scrape some glue while it's nice and toasty. Not too hot, but it's getting there. It's okay if the ring pops off, that's very common. You have to buy some. I'd highly recommend it. Just letting it cool down again while I'm cleaning up. Okay, so we're going to take our punch tool here and we're going to definitely try to get more cracks here. I just move the phone up more so that way it's less so I put more pressure down on it with the tool. Alright, so we get our heat and we're going to put a little bit of glue in there, or glue remover. Alright, between all that, we should be able to get this out successfully. Just remember that camera lens, guys, or the flash lens. Let's try to get all the way under here. Remember, try not more than 3 seconds. 3-second burst at the most. Okay. Oh. Do not want this coming off. Starting to melt a little bit. We gotta be really, really careful about that, guys. Whew. That is very difficult to be careful about that. It's so close. One of these pieces to let go, and then we should be able to get this out. All right, next, let's go ahead and pull up this tape we put down. I'll just carefully clean this up without damaging it. Sure you get all the glue, paint, and everything else off this thing. Definitely all the glass. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Be OCD as you want on this. I like to be really OCD about things. Just really try to get perfection. Every glass shard, every excessive piece of glue. Now you can order the new magnets, or you can warm it up off the old ones and transfer it. Since I'm a completionist, I'm going to put all the magnets back on. Tiny shards everywhere. Gotta remove them all. Only one thing I think we might have cut, I'm not sure. This cable here, so just be careful. These cables are like ribbon cables, you can certainly cut them. Not sure what that is. I haven't done enough of these yet. Alright. Let's cool down enough. We'll go ahead and turn it on. Make sure we don't have any problems. It's not bad for probably about 30 minutes of work so far. Now, got 5G. Got 5G. Okay, we go ahead and turn it off. And next we're going to focus on the magnets. Okay, now we can remove the magnets, and you're like, whoa, which one goes where? Yeah, it looks like Apple logo is this way. This one's gonna go here, and these two are gonna go over here. And it looks like there was no magnets on these two sides here. Now, how are we gonna remove that? Just gonna use some of our glue remover. Get our trusty fumigator here. We'll have to breathe these nasty fumes. I'm not sure how I'm going to quite remove this because, well, there's nothing to hold it down. I could hold it down for me. Well, we'll see. Well, another option could be just as simple as pointing the hose this direction. Nothing's in the way. There we go. Do something like that so I have hot air blown right here. Move a little bit closer so you can actually see it. I'll zoom out here. Okay. Needles right here. There we go. So we got it not interfering with anything else. Let's move it back a little bit more so we don't get near my phone. And just in case, these back on. Now we need to have something that can hold this. So let's grab it with these. Alright. Not too hot anymore. They are connecting with each other. Grab my tweezers. Jeez. It's like glued on to get each other. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on where I do believe it's gonna belong. Right there. Grab our next one, which is this is the next one in line. Might be upside down, so because it's fighting me putting it on. These are really close to each other, just be aware of that. If you are, whoa, just jumped over there. If you are putting this down, just make sure to obviously put it down the correct orientation. So I'm gonna flip this back over because it's fighting me now. Right? This is how I found it. That should be flat down. Should be. I'm kind of debating it though because there's adhesive here. There's no adhesive on the top. So, you know what? It's actually flat down. It's really confusing. This one just reversed by itself, so it's obviously wanting it this other way. There we go. So if it has adhesive, then it's supposed to go the other direction. This is supposed to save you a bunch of time if you just pull it off a pre-built one, which I have. I have a feeling that doesn't belong there, but find out. tell you, it's not easy to get them in there. Magnetism is very strong. This is the side we beat up a little bit. But yeah, make sure you have a tempered glass on this. If you are working on it, you don't want to be scratching up your screen. I think these need to go all the way to the outside. If I can. Okay, so we finally met some that's not coming off. "12" can be pretty tricky. So buying these, like with the housings, I've shown a few videos on my YouTube channel, and it's possible, but it's expensive. And then the only real way to do this is to pay somebody else to refurbish them to make it worth it. And that's what I've been doing for years, but I'd rather do this and charge a customer $180 and make it into almost pure profit. So yeah, it takes a little longer. I'm spending an hour on it. Looks like that's what is going to happen here, but it's worth my time. I didn't want to get the laser machine because it's not as effective as they say it is. That's why we're doing it this way. Hey, these ones all came together. Don't really need my heater anymore. Just gotta deal with this stupid thing wanting to rotate. It's not easy, guys. This is pretty tricky. I might consider putting some glue down if I have to. Yeah, that one I'm gonna put glue down. T7000 can't hurt nothing. Yeah, some of these obviously need a little bit of glue because it came with glue. Probably what's holding everything down. All right. Now we just get our glass and glue and glue it down. So now we got your glass. Just move this out of the way, all this broken stuff. Last customer I just met, he was a speed runner. He was having me solder a USB piece back on. Because a dog knocked it over and ripped it off. I think it's about as close as I'm going to get it. I'm going to go for perfection on that. Okay, so our glue went where? Glue, and we need a knife to open it. This is cold pressed glue. And then you need some clamps, which I don't have any clamps right now. Oops, nothing I can do about that. Clamps are coming, but it'd be ideal. Maybe, yeah? What do you think? Did I put this upside down? Don't know. Yep. Huh. This is cool. Okay. Then we need the disposable tips, one camera ring, and one disposable tip. I think I removed that. Oh, no, I didn't. Just double checking broken glass shards here. Yeah, the flash works. I'm a little concerned. I was being super OCD about this, guys. Okay. Now, let's see how this is done, because I'm not sure. I'm literally learning as I'm going, guys, with you. This is called cold press glue. And these are disposable needles because apparently they get really hard. This is really good glue or something, I don't know. Alright, so I would assume we're going to just take off this tip. Close it back up. Get a little bit of glue on ours. Let's wipe it off before it sticks down too tight. Set down the new piece of glass, maybe. I think the camera lens is a little warped, so what we're going to do is try to unwarp it by heating it up a little bit more. Yep, that's totally a thing going to happen. May need to get gloves on so I don't burn myself. Yep, I need gloves. Still won't go away from my gloves. And I may need clamps because I don't know how long this needs to hold. Probably should Google it. How long does it take for cold pressed glue to dry? "15 minutes. Yep, it's totally wanting to come up. My clamps are coming soon, guys. This sucks that it takes 15 minutes. I don't think I can hold this for 15 minutes. Oh, you guys see it working. It's still working when I turned it on. My little clamp there works just fine. Press it down really hard and then twist it in. Works fine. I was also planning on buying these little finger clamps. I already have them on their way, so look for those. I'll put the link in the description for that, guys. Well, I know it's been a long video. My editor, I'm sure he's fast forward through a lot of the excess junk. I've been at it for about a total of, I think, about an hour and 15 minutes, but it's not a bad repair. It's worked out well. You just have to be really super careful, guys, doing this. Like I said, start off by removing everything inside, doing one of these first if you're a professional. And then you can, see if some of your stuff has been melted or not, or, even on the XR that some of the plastic sides can melt. So just be really careful. More of these videos coming on back glass repair coming in the future. I hope you guys really like it. Please like and subscribe for more videos in the future. And thank you very much for our sponsor of this video, Injured Gadgets. I appreciate them giving me all the equipment. The things I had to supply myself would be maybe the finger clamps, and also the what else? Oh, the back glass. So yeah, finger clamps and back glass, you get it yourself, you'll be fine. You can even use this clamp though, it's just fine. But really, you got to get the back glass. I can't provide the links for those particular ones, but you can find the back glass from Injured Gadgets. No logo on them. Okay, guys, thank you. you.